Before we begin reading our story for this week, let's begin with talking about our target skill. Our target skill this week is conclusions. Sometimes authors do not tell all the details. Readers must use text evidence from the words and pictures and think about what they already know to make a smart guess about what the author does not tell. This smart guess is a conclusion. You can use a chart below to write the details and conclusions about what you read. Our target strategy is visualize. As you read, picture in your mind what is happening to help you understand. Our topic for this lesson is animals. Animals have special body parts that help them do amazing things. Kangaroos have strong legs that help them jump very far. Some monkeys can use their tails to hang from branches. Anteaters have long noses they use to grab insects under the dirt. You will read more interesting facts about animals in our story, Amazing Animals. Let's begin reading our story, Amazing Animals, by Gwendolyn Hooks. Our essential question is, why do some animals have spots or stripes? Be thinking about this question as we are reading through our story today. Big eyes, long beak, thick fur, big squeak. Animals get a lot of help as they grow up. Let's find out about 8 amazing animals. Polar bear. A polar bear has thick fur. Each hair is like a tube. The hair has no color, like glass. The sun makes it look white. How does thick white fur help? How do you think the color of their fur helps polar bears? Having thick white hair helps the polar bears stay warm during the snowy months. The white fur also helps them blend in with the snow in case they ever had to hide from a predator. Thick fur helps polar bears stay warm. The color of their fur looks the same as snow. This helps them hide, just like we said before. Where does this cute young polar bear like to hide? If you look closely at the picture, the young polar bear is hiding in between its mother's legs. Elephant. An elephant has a long nose. The nose is called a trunk. It takes many years for an elephant to grow 2 big teeth. These teeth are called tusks. How do tusks and a trunk help? Elephants use their tusks to scrape bark off trees. Then they eat the bark. These elephants are learning to use their trunks to get water. Sometimes they will spray water at a friend. What are the tusks? How do elephants use their tusks? The tusks are the noses of the elephants. They use their tusks to get water. Camel. Some camels have one hump. Some have two. All camels have 2 rows of eyelashes. How do humps and thick eyelashes help? A camel's hump has fat inside. On long trips, a camel's body uses the fat for food. A camel's eyelashes keep out the desert sand. This baby camel will follow his mother when the herd goes from place to place. Duck. A duck is a bird. It has 2 feet, and each foot has 3 toes. A duck has a beak too. How do feet and a beak help? Ducks use their feet to swim in the water or walk on land. They use their beaks to eat plants and bugs. Look, this duck uses her beak to clean her friend. So far in our story, we have learned about a polar bear, an elephant, a camel, and a duck. Now let's learn about the rest of our animals. Giraffe. A giraffe has spots. A giraffe has a long neck. How do spots and a long neck help? A giraffe's spot helps hide it. A giraffe's long neck helps it reach the leaves off trees. This giraffe's long neck helps her reach her baby. She gives him a big kiss. Porcupine. A porcupine has soft quills when it is born. The quills get sharp in a day or 2. How do quills help? Quills help keep a porcupine safe. If an animal begins to come too close, the porcupine backs into it. The sharp quills hurt. Quills tell this cub to stay away. Turtle. A turtle has a shell that is very hard. How does a hard shell help? A turtle can hide inside its shell from an animal that may hurt it. The turtle waits until the animal goes away. Then the turtle comes back out. You are safe now, turtle. Our last animal we are going to be reading about is a dolphin. A dolphin's tail has two parts called flukes. A dolphin has two flippers. How do tail flukes and flippers help? A dolphin flips its tail flukes up and down to swim fast. It uses its flippers to turn to the left or right. These two dolphins swim away fast. Who will be first? Have fun, dolphins! Wow, what a great story for us to get to read this week. I loved getting to learn about all of these different animals, and I can't wait to see what more we learn this week. Now let's move on to our next activity. For the next part of our lesson, we are going to be reading our decodable See the Birds by Susie Dietes. As we are reading through our story, I want you to be listening for words that have the sound in them. This can be found in words that have ER, IR, or UR. For example, in our title, the word birds, birds, makes the sound by having IR in the word. As we are reading, I want you to be looking for words that have this similar sound. Be sure to be following along at home and try to read along with me. Let's get started reading See the Birds. Look at this bird perched on a tree branch. She has a sweet song. Chirp, chirp, chirp. She can chirp a happy song. Did you hear the sound on any of these words? We know the word bird makes the sound. Did you see another word that did? The word chirp. Chirp. It has the IR that makes the Let's keep reading and listen for more words. It is fall. The bird that is perched in this tree will find lots to eat. Every time he turns, he will see a treat. When it turns cold, it is hard to get food. This bird gets food in wet snow. It is spring. This bird has made her nest with sticks, wet dirt, and soft grass. She sits in her nest. Her eggs will be safe in this nest. The chicks are curled up inside the eggs. They will not be hurt. The first baby bird will burst its shell. The chick cannot see yet, but it can peep. Four baby birds sit in this nest. They perk up when mom bird brings food. This is not a chick. It is a young bird with dark spots. When she is grown up, she will look just like her mom. She will make her own nest and have her own baby birds. For the last part of our lesson, we'll be working on page 93 in your Reader's Notebook, Volume 2. Page 93. We are going to be working on an activity with words with ER, IR, UR. Each of these letter sound combinations make the sound. Your directions are to read the word, then circle the picture that matches the word. I would like you to try to read all of the words by yourself and match the picture to the word. I will give you a hint before you get started. ER, IR, and UR all make the sound. If you look at each of these words, the sound is in the middle or at the end of a word. I want you to decode what each of these words say and circle the picture that best matches the word. For example, in number 1, it begins with B, B, I, R, D, D. I want you to sound out the word, blend it together, and then circle the picture that best matches the word. Since we all now have intervention times during the day, we'll be checking your answers to this activity during your intervention time. Please be sure to have it completed before we log on for intervention. Do your best to sound out each of the words, and remember, all of these sounds say I will see you during our intervention time. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll see you soon.